King of Sports, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
We're on the road to new beginning here on New Japan Strong. We welcome you to the broadcast. Alex Kozlov, Kevin Kelly. We're here at ringside, and we'll be calling all the action. Of course, everybody is talking about the upcoming battle on the New Beginning Tour between Jon Moxley and Kenta. We'll hear from Kenta here on the broadcast. Amazing scenario that has unfolded. But we have three great matches, including a fantastic tag team main event, Alex. I want to get your thoughts. Chris Dickinson and Danny Limelight from Team Filthy against Ren Narita and Tjp. Could be very interesting.
Well, Tjp is going to have to lend his expertise to Ren Narita when they face off against a team that's been on a roll, Team Filthy.
Absolutely right. Team Filthy certainly could be problems for Ren Narita and Tjp in our main event. We'll also see a singles encounter. Your favorite, Clark Connors, one-on-one against Bateman.
I guess Clark Connors got the official invite to the Circus of Goth. Will Clark Connors have what it takes to overcome the very mysterious and unpredictable Bateman?
Let's find out what happens in our opening contest as well. Jordan Clearwater one-on-one against JR Kratos.
The modern-day Superman faces off against a hellacious monster of monsters in Kratos.
Let's get to the ring.
Opening match 15分一本勝負を行います。
I don't envy Jordan Clearwater. Haunting, physically intimidating, downright scary. What advice would you have for Jordan Clearwater when you got to face the JR Kratos?
Pull out.
Run?
Just
say you got a leg injury, something?
Something, absolutely. I mean, when you look at this man, you've seen him in the ring. He unleashes so much punishment. It's so scary.
You have referred to Jordan Clearwater as a modern-day Superman. Perhaps the best advice might be to fly away, but we'll see what happens. That's why they play him, folks. But facing JR Kratos will be more than a handful.
Man, this man makes me so anxious.
185センチ、137キロ、ザ・モストフィア、JR Kratos!
You look at potential, you look at unfinished business, you look at things yet to do here on New Japan Strong. I think there's a lot of boxes to be checked for JR Kratos here in 2021. But we can't sell the Golden Boy short. We can't sell Jordan Clearwater short here, Alex.
I mean, we shouldn't. I mean, he's a very gifted athlete himself, but I don't know what he's done in his life, that his fate has led him to be sacrificed, possibly by the monster in Kratos. There's a good chance he's going to be sacrificed today.
Oh, my goodness.
feel for the guy.
赤コーナー188センチ100キロザ・ゴールデンボーイ湘南クリアウォーター
All the training, all the preparation, all the work that he's done on the front end here to get ready for this matchup. Let's see if he's able to put it together. I cannot imagine, as you see him take a deep breath and exhale, that Jordan Clearwater will, I don't know if there's a game plan that you could come up with to stop a JR Kratos.
肉バナの
There's definitely a level of nervousness, I would imagine, in Jordan Clearwater. I mean, I'm not sure if he's faced I can't even call Kratos a man.
He's a living, breathing monster.
That's more like it.
And you can see the size differential between the two. They're equal in height, but just the mass of JR Kratos as he tips the scales just north of 300 pounds.
And he moves so well.
That's the scary element. Bell sounds and wow!
Tackles him to start off the match, sending Jordan Clearwater to the corner, and begins with a vicious attack.
Well, what do they say? Everybody has a game plan in mind until you get punched in the mouth. Well, that happened as soon as the bell sounded, and Clearwater slung hard with the Irish whip. And you see him crashing into the corner. The physicality of JR Kratos, we highlighting, not only is he just immensely strong, powerful, the immovable object in the ring, but when he decides to move, the aerial ability that this man has is unlike any other 300-pounder.
I agree.
Now backing Clearwater and sending him off the ropes. You can see Clearwater is already rocked, having taken punishment right out of the chute here. And now JR Kratos set to continue the punishment.
Goes for the line, but Clearwater moves out of the way and puts the boots on the big man.
Kratos gets out of the way. This is what Clearwater's going to have to do. He's going to have to dig down deep, and he's going to have to fight. There's no other way around it.
This will be the biggest fight of his life.
Hurting his own forearm against the immense jawline of JR Kratos. My goodness.
And a shoulder into the midsection of Kratos. Not a bad strategy, you know. See if you can take the air out of the big man. Slow him down.
And listening to the referee telling him to back away, I'm not so sure that's the right idea here in this. You got to throw caution to the wind. And
well, that chop just angered the monster.
oh, it just shoves him down. Directly out of camera frame and flat on the mat. And immediately Kratos begins to pound away again. We're on the road to New Beginning USA Tour here on New Japan Strong.
Picks him up with a suplex off the mat. Power.
Be interested to hear what Kenta has to say later on, the culmination of the New Beginning Tour on February 26th. Watch out!
Wow. And then there's that athletic ability by the big man. And a rolling clothesline in the corner.
Kenta will face John Moxley right here on New Japan Strong on February 26th for the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship. But now, here on the road to New Beginning USA, JR Kratos sets and delivers.
Oh, wow, just tosses him with that suplex on the opposite side of the ring. He's making Jordan Clearwater look like a little boy that shouldn't be here.
And we've seen Jordan Clearwater again be physically dominant against some opponents on New Japan Strong.
Absolutely.
But the exact opposite is true. Here's a cover and a kick out at 2 by Jordan Clearwater. When you look at JR Kratos, he's been one of those diamonds in the rough that New Japan matchmakers have been able to cobble together here for this roster, this unique roster of so many different styles and backgrounds and elements of fighting that I think come together perfectly.
Now Kratos torquing on the neck of Jordan Clearwater with a tight chin lock. Clearwater getting up to his feet, attempting to. Kratos not letting up. Got the front face lock.
And lifting Clearwater up on his toes. The pressure he's putting on. Now waist lock here. Kratos looking for a German suplex, but Clearwater with a elbow really digging down deep here.
Fighting back with a series of punches.
But Kratos shuts that flurry down. Now Kratos hits the ropes aggressively.
Oh, jumping knee.
Yeah, the knee strike connects.
Will he be able to lift him up?
And that's one of the ready weapons that Clearwater has in his arsenal. He's going to have to file that one away. Kratos, just too much mass. Out of the way. Clearwater on his horse.
There you go. Jumping neck breaker. That's what I'm talking about.
Go for the cover here. Hook that leg. Kratos rips the shoulder up at 2.
Now that he's got Kratos on the mat, he needs to stay on top of him. And good. Stomping away at the ankle and leg of Kratos.
The New Beginning Tour starts next week here on New Japan Strong. We're on the road to New Beginning here. JR Kratos in some submission difficulty.
Well, this is very good for Clearwater. He got the monster on the mat and he's putting the work on that leg. Kratos fighting out, but Clearwater is staying on top of him.
Shifting around and driving those taped right hands into the top of the head.
5 minutes has elapsed. 5 minutes.
Now we're at the 5-minute mark. I guess a moral victory of sorts for him to even have lasted that long. Oh, no!
Gets flatlined with a huge clothesline.
And this should do it too. Hey, how about Clearwater with the toughness? Oh, no!
Kicks out, but Kratos able to keep that arm and locking on that submission. Clearwater able to reach for the rope.
More weaponry shown by Kratos now with this submission. But Clearwater was able to get to the bottom rope. That forces the break, but Kratos, oh, the look in his eye, Alex.
Charges with a splash, but Clearwater is able to move out of the way.
Bulldog, Bulldog.
Oh, but Kratos all too powerful.
Atomic drop. And now JR Kratos.
Watch out, watch out. Oh, my God, and a hard boot to the face of Clearwater.
And JR Kratos now looks set and ready to finish things.
Big fisherman suplex.
Drives him into the mat, floats over into the cover, 2, and it is over.
And unfortunately, Jordan Clearwater
6 minutes and 20 seconds. Here is your winner, JR Kratos.
I'll be interested to see where JR Kratos is able to take this.
Well,
once again, your winner of the match, JR Kratos.
Not even Superman was a match. God.
Is there more between he and Brody King? Does JR Kratos have other designs in mind? With Filthy Tom Lawler apparently pulling the strings on JR Kratos, Alex, there's no telling which direction he might go.
Whichever way he goes, you know for sure he's going to leave traces of carnage.
Anticipation building. 2 weeks' time, February 26th, right here on New Japan Strong. It will finally happen. Kenta will face Jon Moxley for the U.S. Heavyweight Championship right here on New Japan Strong. And my guest at this time is Kenta. I want to thank you very much for joining us. Kenta, you have been calling out Jon Moxley since you won the New Japan Cup tournament, and you have been calling him out consistently, saying you want your title shot at the U.S. Heavyweight Championship. And recently here on New Japan Strong, we saw Jon Moxley. The lights went out, the lights came back on, and Jon Moxley was in the ring. What did you think when you saw Jon Moxley?
You know, I have been waiting for this moment for a long time. Then finally he's came out, but you know, he's not man. He's like cheap. You know, I'm gonna be the, you know, first ever Japanese IWGP United States champion.
Well, obviously, Jon Moxley had heard what you had said. all the months that you have been calling him out. Now, you have been very, very successful in defending your briefcase. What do you expect from Jon Moxley when you wrestle him for the U.S. title in 2 weeks?
No, I'm just, I'm gonna beat him up, kick his ass, you know, that's it. I've been defending that briefcase for over 6 months to be IWGP United States champion, so I'm gonna kick his ass.
So when the title match happens, and if, Kenta, you are victorious, what will the U.S. Heavyweight Championship mean to you? How important will that be?
You know, I'm the best person who represent New Japan Pro Wrestling to the world. You know, I deserve to be the first ever Japanese IWGP United States champion. So you know, I can't wait.
Kenta, I'd give you the opportunity right now to talk directly to Jon Moxley. What would you like to say to the champion you'll face in 2 weeks?
Moxley, もうだいぶ待たせてくれたな、お前。お前がここ出てくるまで俺何ヶ月ボロボロのブリーフケースもう壊れながらもブリーフケースこんだけ守ってきて、いよいよだよ。いよいよ来たぞこの時が。しっかりとお前が無駄にしてるその IWGP United States のタイトル俺が取るからな。覚えておけよ。
Can't wait for it, folks. It is in 2 weeks. It's Jon Moxley defending the U.S. title versus Kenta right here on New Japan Strong. Let's head back to the ring.
第2試合15分一本勝負を行います。
I'm ready to go with this one. I'm looking forward to this matchup. Anytime we get to see the captain, Clark Connors, hit the ring.
赤コーナー LA 当初173センチ84キロクラーク・コーナーズ
I call the captain because he's emblematic of that. You know, he's a defensive captain in football. He just really owns the ring whenever he steps foot in it.
He sure does. And, you know, we talk about the importance of getting ready for your opponent, but it's very hard to prepare for somebody like a Bateman. He's so unpredictable. So it'll be interesting to see what he's able to do. I'm almost entranced when I start to hear his music.
There's so little known about the background of Bateman, but you can tell that he does come from a multidisciplined athletic origin. But it seems as if now he's been able to create this mystique around him that gets his opponents second-guessing their very own moves. How confident will Clark Connors be in his abilities against
青コーナー ROH190 センチ108キロベイトーマン
Does the V stand for vendetta? Does the V stand for violence? I'm not quite sure, but Bateman certainly leads to more questions than answers. So here we go. It's Clark Connors, one-on-one versus Bateman. Clark, of course, representing the LA Dojo. And the bell sounds, and we are underway. Trying to go for the single leg. Bateman avoids it. And if you're Clark, I would imagine, Alex, you got to just pretty much stick with the formula. The things that you have done to have success as a young Lion that propelled him to the Lions Break Crown tournament, all the success that he's had, he's just got to stick with it, correct?
Yeah, you know, stick to what you know. Do what you know. Do what you do best. There is a level of uncertainty with a guy like Bateman. He's so unpredictable. He's so innovative. And he's so skilled and dangerous. So you can hope for the best.
And Clark Connors pulling him away from the ropes and taking him down. Going to work on the leg.
Bateman getting to the rope right away.
Clark Connors, of course, really emphasizing the full Boston Crab finisher, and we've remarked about when a young lion would apply a full Boston Crab, it's a painful submission hold, but it's a whole different story when Clark Connors applies it.
He's perfected it. He's beaten all of his opponents with that Boston Crab. If he can apply, if he is able to get Bateman in that position.
Well, would Bateman be, you know, is he big enough, strong enough, tough enough to be able to withstand the pain? Because it seems like the moment Clark Connors locks that on, opponents are tapping out, shoulders being driven down, Connors bridging out. See the impressive strength by Clark as he's able to bridge. Bateman sweeps the leg out. And now traps the arm. So Clark presses up with the other arm.
Wow, now he puts his knees on the arms there. And Clark Connors is able to bridge out still.
Clark continuing to move up the ranks within the Young Lions system. And everything seems to be on track for a bright future. Of course, facing a tough customer like Bateman can greatly change things. And Clark leaving himself wide open, saying, go ahead, Bateman, give me your best shot. Now Bateman giving Clark the same invite. And you know it's killing both men. You know it is. It absolutely is, but neither wants to show pain.
Well, I'll tell you, Bateman almost enjoys pain.
Oh, come on. A straight right hand instead of the chop in the chest. And the admonishment from the referee, and very well justified there.
Ooh, and another knife-edge chop to the chest of Clark Connors.
Clark saying, come on, hit me, hit me. And now Clark spinning Bateman around, letting him fly. Pouring on the pressure in the corner. Snapmare, and now the back is wide open.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm not sure if Bateman's real happy about that.
Well.
Wow. Clark Connors inviting Bateman to do the same. I'm not sure if this is such a good idea.
Oh.
And he took a hard kick to the back. These men really testing each other out. Clark Connors with the European. Bateman asking for more.
What is it about fighting spirit that makes athletes do the unthinkable, Alex? Trying to body slam.
Now Bateman picks him up for the body slam.
And now Bateman coolly walking away before really driving that elbow down. A kick out at 2. This is that, now we're starting to see some of the nasty side of Bateman come out. He'll pull fingers, he'll pull noses, he'll do whatever it takes. Another cover and another kick out. You never broke any rules when you wrestled, did you, Alex?
Oh, no. Always play by the rules. You know me.
Going from the left side now. Connors comboing up on those uppercut forearms, charging forward. And Bateman driven back first into the ropes.
Another European.
5 minutes has elapsed. 5
Clark
minutes.
staying busy. Trying to neutralize the big man.
Here he comes. Oh, man.
What a hard clothesline.
Driving Clark down to the mat. That clothesline was on target from Bateman. Looked like Clark perhaps was thinking about the spear, but Bateman had other ideas. The spear is the setup for Clark for the full Boston Crab, but Bateman can go in so many different directions. Never seems to win a match the same way and has a different offensive game plan depending on the opponent. Now the drop down by Clark. He's on his horse. Changes direction.
Hit that pounce.
Throwing himself. No regard for his own well-being as he drives himself into Bateman, who's now down. Asking the referee to give him some time, but Clark not listening. And Clark continuing. Walks past the referee aggressively to tear into Bateman some more. This is what Clark needs to do to find success. Here he goes. Head of steam. Oh,
able to connect with the spear.
And now going to lock in the full Boston Crab.
Bateman fighting out of that. Oh, wow, and a hard kick to the face. My God, it was so close. He hit him with the spear. He was about to lock on the Boston Crab. Bateman ready for that.
Like Bateman feeling those pins and needles down the arms after crashing into the ropes from the pounce. But he was able to use his legs very smartly to get out of the Boston Crab and to drive Clark Connors down. Very even match so far, but now Bateman looking to take advantage, tries perhaps going for a backbreaker here. Clark widening the base, denying Bateman the space he needed. Oh, comes in. Bateman throws those short forearms. He doesn't have a big wind-up. It's just directly from the hip and pow. And now look at this, turns him all the way over.
How about that? Slam by Clark Connors. Impressive how he was able to pick him up like that.
So Clark has given up some height and weight to Bateman, but is able to overcome that and show just how strong he is. And now
it appears he's trying to go for that Boston Crab again. Will he be able to? But Bateman pushes him off.
Second time that Bateman has been able to deny Clark Connors the full Boston Crab, which has been a certain victory for Clark Connors.
Clark going to the top.
Not too often we get to see young Lions go high risk, but we'll try it here. The spear, oh no!
Bateman catches him in that front face lock. He picks him up, wrenching on that neck.
Now we could see a stoppage here. This is a hold that can put you out on your feet. And now we'll pick him up, drive him down. 2 and a kick out. And now Bateman in control. Here we go. Pick him up and drive him down with the tombstone. The leg hook too. It is over.
Time, 8 minutes and 41 seconds. Here is your winner, Bateman.
Might have been a different story, Alex, if Connors was able to lock in the Boston Crab.
Well, Bateman was too big for him to be able to do that, but my God, the effort on Clark Connors. So close.
We're on the road to New Beginning, and the New Beginning USA tour begins next week here on New Japan Strong. You know there are going to be big matches and big opportunities, and they don't come any bigger than at the end of the tour. In 2 weeks' time, Jon Moxley defending the U.S. Heavyweight Championship versus Kenta right here on New Japan Strong in 2 weeks.
Barely feel my hands. Give it to the LA Dojo, give it to Clark Connors. New but tough. He made me beat him. And for a cruel man like myself, it's all you want. I can't barely feel my fingertips. Clark, look at me. I'm the captain now.
What'd you up to? Oh, I'm checking out new merch on Talking Chuck Global.
Oh yeah, they put out new products like
Every month.
I just got a t-shirt.
I got a beautiful towel.
I just got boxers.
Oh yeah? I'm wearing them right now.
I just ordered a mask.
Good, the sooner the better, because I don't want to see your ugly face.
I love Talking Chuck Global.
I as well.
The stars of today and the legends of the past come together on your smartphone. NJPW Collection. Pick up cards from special draft events. Use your collected cards to form your own faction, or exchange them for limited edition special cards. Check in live from venues or remotely from home to get special tickets and items.
お待たせしました。本日のメインイベントタッグチームマッチ20分一本勝負を行います。
Dirty Daddy has arrived here in New Japan Pro Wrestling, teaming up with a team-filled member, the confident and cocky Danny Limelight. This will be good.
This is our tag team main event here on this edition of New Japan Strong. We thank you for joining us.
青コーナー172センチ79キロダニー・ライムライト178センチ119キロザ・ダーティー・ダニークリス・ディッキンソン
Man, these are two intense dudes, no doubt about it. So the introductions begin for the opponents. Oh, how about this? TJP coming out to the LA Dojo theme. Ren Narita on excursion. Quite a test for Ren Narita.
赤コーナー LA 道場182センチ83キロ成田レウ178センチ79キロザ・ビル・アンフラッシュ TJP
Ren Narita finds himself in good hands with his partner TJP, who has been through it all. And he started in the original LA Dojo a long time ago, where his journey began.
Referee Jeremy Marcus.
Yeah, and senpai-kohai relationship, of course, obviously very strong with TJP, who takes a vested interest in young lions and athletes on excursion who have come from the dojo system. And I know that TJP and Narita have been preparing for this tag team match. They've been drilling and training extensively all week long in the LA Dojo. They're going to have their hands full, no doubt, with Chris Dickinson and Danny Limelight, who on their own are two very, very tough individuals. Dickinson's got a worldwide reputation, but together, sort of under that banner of Team Filthy, if you will, they've really come together strongly.
Ren Narita starting with Chris Dickinson.
Now you're going to see a lot of grappling with Dickinson. He is a true student of the game. Dickinson has had a career goal in mind since the first day he entered his wrestling training back in New Jersey of wanting to compete in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And it's been a long, arduous road for Dickinson with a lot of ups and downs. But now here he is getting to compete on New Japan Strong and wants to show the world that he definitely belongs on the roster.
Well, there's no doubt that he belongs, and he's belonged here for a very long time. So it's a treat to see him finally arrive here in New Japan Pro Wrestling. The man is dangerous. He's very proficient with his strikes. He will knock you out. He will choke you out. So you better be ready for a guy like him.
Narita controlling Dickinson with the wrist lock, and Dickinson does look for an escape. Steps in, single leg. He'll float up. Trying to push Narita's shoulders down. Also at the same time trying to control the wrist. Here in the half guard, and Narita certainly cautious. Narita, a great amateur in Japan. His hometown of Aomori, up in the north coast. Just the last stop, if you will, before the island of Hokkaido, and Dickinson finds the opening. Goes back, front chancery now, into the ropes, close to the ropes. And now Dickinson will drive Narita into the corner. Referee Jeremy Marcus will call for a break.
Come on. 1, 2, 3. Hey, come on.
And an aggressive Dickinson firing a chop into the chest of Narita, who certainly has shown the benefit of the dojo system, and now on excursion. Oh, boy.
Trading chops. Dickinson with the boot to the midsection. Narita sends him off to the opposite end of the ring. Oh, and takes a big tackle.
The expectations are different once you go on excursion. Here's a cover and a kick out at 1. The young lion is anticipated to, yes, he's going to take his licks. Rarely going to taste victory. But now that he's on excursion, there's an expectation of results.
Very true. And he's been definitely showing a lot of heart and a lot of skill. He is on the brink of something big, for sure.
All right, so now tagging him with TJP. So veteran of the team will get his opportunity to tangle with Dickinson. Slides in, gets the leg back heel trip. And now the mount here.
Goes for the armbar.
Trying to immediately transition into the armbar. Uses his leg to leverage Dickinson back down. Dickinson, butcher's grip, prevents the arm from going straight. TJP's got to be cautious here.
Yeah, Dickinson is way too powerful. He's got to be careful. He can lift him up if he wanted to. Dickinson with a single leg, trying to turn him over, but TJ blocking, putting his right foot on the knee of Dickinson. Dickinson able to apply that.
Turning around this half crab, the single leg Boston crab. And TJP slips out. You can see his flexibility. And now he'll apply the leg lock, and Dickinson quickly grabs that bottom rope. That forces the break. So it's a tag team match, and Chris Dickinson now backing up. Thought maybe he would take that opportunity to tag in Limelight, but waistlock go behind. Dickinson transitions up to the side headlock. Let's see how TJP wants to play this as he goes back to the leg again.
TJP trying to break out of the headlock and able to escape.
Once he stuck that leg out, TJP was able to trap it with his own grapevining and now into the Cobra Twist.
Didn't quite have it hooked, and now Dickinson behind TJ.
TJP trying to sit out. Dickinson maintaining the waistlock. Back to the vertical base and the strength of Dickinson, and they go into the ropes.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Jake.
Quick break, and then a step German suplex. Dickinson well within the rules there.
5 minutes has elapsed. 5 minutes.
Well, he literally let go of that hold for a half second before grasping TJ and snap Germaning him. And now putting the work on TJ, shooting him off the rope. But TJ attempting head scissors.
Dickinson putting the brakes on, but now finds himself all kinds of tied up.
Well, TJ's so
Wait a minute, too.
So skilled himself, able to turn any move to his advantage. And now making the tag to Narita.
So Narita touching the back of TJP, but being declared legal by the referee, Jeremy Marcus. And now has Dickinson in the front face lock, snapmare, and the rear chin lock applied by Ren Narita.
And Dickinson has been in the ring this whole time. He hasn't had a chance to make the tag. And you got to admit that that's looking good for Narita and TJP. If they can continue to isolate Dickinson, not give the chance to for Dickinson to make the tag, that would be a good thing.
Yeah, the goal of the tag team is to always have the freshman in the ring, but the power of Dickinson right there as he nearly shoots Narita out of his boots with that suplex, and now Narita driving in, and now the first tag from the blue corner as Danny Limelight comes in, a different type of fighter than we saw with Dickinson, but very, very effective in his own right.
A hard kick to the chest of Narita, toying with him.
Where's the fight at, Papi?
Asking for a fight from Narita.
Oh, and he got it. Put on his rear end by Narita, who now rears back and fires. Chop into the chest. Oh, wait a minute. Limelight traps that arm and
yanks it through the second rope.
potentially separating the shoulder. You talked about using the ring as a weapon, and that really is veteran skill. Now the tag to Chris Dickinson.
Oh, and a hard kick to the back of Narita.
Trying to cover in just a 1 count, barely a 1.
That's high chin lock by Dickinson.
Dickinson driving Narita down, squeezing that rear chin lock. Well, you want to talk about getting the most out of everything he does. There is no wasted motion with Chris Dickinson.
Not at all, not at all. Narita trying to get back to his feet, but Dickinson quickly with a snapper and a kick to the back. Tag into the ever so cocky Danny Limelight.
Slingshots over the top of the senton, and now going to bait TJP in, who took the bait, and now out of the blue corner, a double team.
Let's go, come on, get him out of the corner. You fish your head over the ring. Come on, Limelight, center of the ring.
At least I still got some.
As cocky as Danny Limelight is, he's certainly been backing it up.
Watch Dickinson. Yes, he's got a hold of the tag rope, but he wants back in, taking exception to Narita trying to fight his way out of the blue corner. And Dickinson unapologetically throwing a chop into the chest. Looks like some blood in the mouth of Ren Narita. This main event tag team match, Ren Narita and TJP certainly having their hands full with Chris Dickinson and Danny Limelight. Body slam, and now the leg hooked and the lateral press and a kick out at 2.
Well, they're not letting Narita breathe at all. They're staying busy.
One in, one out. Limelight's legal.
And a double suplex.
Great tag team continuity shown between these two, and another near fall, and immediately going back and trapping that rear chin lock on.
TJP anxious to get in the ring. Narita trying to fight out of that chin lock. Limelight stops him with a knee to the gut.
And again, backing Narita into the blue corner. In that invisible line that's drawn across the diagonal of the ring, Narita has been on the blue corner side for what feels like forever. And Dickinson and Limelight are exerting their will against Narita on excursion in the LA dojo.
Come on, Raccoon, come on!
10 minutes has elapsed. 10 minutes.
Dickinson talking trash to Narita. And a hard elbow by Dickinson. Narita returns one of his own. Trading shots. Oh. Oh, and this is what he's so known for. Hard kicks, Narita able to catch.
And now Narita trying the single leg perhaps. Drop down from Dickinson. Off the rope, swing and a miss. Waist lock,
and a German suplex by Ren Narita.
Come on, Dirty!
Well, the door is open now for a tag. And Narita will reach out and make the tag to TJP. Dickinson immediately tagging in. Danny Limelight, swing and a miss. There's a drop kick to Dickinson on his way out. Inverted atomic drop from TJP, who comes in cooking.
Springboard crossbody by TJP. Beautiful.
Man, he floats like water. It's amazing. Just the way he flows from move to move. And you've been on the wrong end of this hold once or twice in your career.
This does not feel good at all.
Want to give up?
He might want to give up, but he doesn't give up. The shoulder's down, too. TJP coming in and letting his opponents have it, focusing on Danny Limelight, the legal man. Back elbow, tremendous. Great force by TJP, who now...
that spinning DDT, but Danny Limelight able to push him off.
Transitioning from move to move.
Backdrop.
TJP going top side. Here we go. Danny Limelight down. And TJP. Oh, nobody home for the Swanton. Up on the shoulders, TJP catches Danny Limelight coming in.
Wow.
Crucifix bomb. 2. Near fall.
Oh, and a hard spinning heel kick to the face of TJP. Fisherman suplex with a pin.
2 and a kick out. He trapped the leg. He did it exactly right, but TJP showing the toughness kicking out.
Get up.
Right now, Limelight calling over to his partner, Chris Dickinson. And a tag. Dickinson going to keep TJP down. No, he's going to elevate him. Deadlift German. TJP stops. Hang on a second.
Wow.
Watch this. Looking for the Manjigatame. Couldn't apply a dragon screw leg whip. Knee strike.
And now TJP with a leg lock on Chris Dickinson.
Uh-oh, it's got it fully applied. Ren Narita going over as Danny Limelight made his move to come into the ring. Submission hold, and now Ren Narita is going to twist him up with the Narita Special 3.
Wow, both members of Team Filthy are locked up in submissions.
Referee Jeremy Marcus focused on Dickinson, who's the legal man.
Able to get to the rope.
TJP, before he can move forward, has got to take care of Danny Limelight, but wait a minute. Limelight is the one who throws TJP out. And now Narita slings Limelight out.
Now Dickinson with the chops on Narita. Tosses him against the ropes. Goes for the close and Narita ducks. Catches him with that suplex.
Belly to belly suplex, the overhead throw. TJP to the top. Dickinson is down.
And he connects.
Bomba splash to Limelight.
Oh, Daniel Limelight barely able to break that fall.
Great tag team main event here this week on the road to New Beginning. Looked like TJP was on the path to victory. May have injured himself on the landing. But now the double team chance between he and Narita. Dickinson puts the brakes on. Watch the belly to belly. Wait a minute, Dickinson.
Picks him up and a spine buster.
Oh yeah, that brain buster right there connected. Tried the jumping kick. STF applied. Dickinson, the injured knee of TJP, the target.
He's far away from the rope.
15 minutes has elapsed. 15 minutes.
Oh, and he's pulled that
no choice but to tap out.
Time, 15 minutes and 4 seconds.
That, man.
Here are your winners, Danny
Limelight
and Chris Dickinson.
And we just saw how effective he truly is.
Yeah, or in that case, tap him out. He did. Limelight and Chris Dickinson get the win here in our main event.
Once again, your winners, Danny Limelight and Chris Dickinson.
Team Filthy is on a roll.
Back and forth match could have gone either way. I have to wonder if TJP would have had some answers. It looked like TJP landed hard when he attempted that top rope splash.
Narita facing off against Dickinson.
Hey, look at these two. The decision has been rendered, but Narita and Dickinson. Narita going after Dickinson. TJP pulling Limelight away. If Narita wants to go with Dickinson, let him, but wait a second.
Running hammer on that Ren Narita by Dickinson.
Huh? Let's go. Match is over.
Huh?
So Dickinson puts Narita down.
That's what you want? All right? I see you down there. Come on. This is your home. This is your ring. I don't think so, Papi. My ring, Raccoon.
So, TJ, how you doing, honey?
Chris Dickinson claiming that this is his ring and certainly proving it.
You know who I am!
You gotta admit, Team Filthy is looking real good.
Ren Narita pushing the help away. Ren Narita wanted another piece of Chris Dickinson. But Dickinson and Danny Limelight get the win here in our tag team main event.
Mi gente! We in the building, the Dirty Daddy and the Puerto Rican Papi. Team Filthy, represent. What's up, man? What was that dude trying to do to you?
New York City is in the house. Team Filthy is in the house, racking up another W.
W's after W's after W's after W's.
Ren Narita, Ren-kun. Very good, very good. I admire the balls you have to step to the Filthy Father the way you did, but you just couldn't get it down to TJP. Why don't you tell these people
man,
about TJP?
TJ, listen to me, man. This isn't the first time we've been in the ring together, papi. But you see, I told you last time we met that the next time I was gonna come up, and this time, with the Dirty Daddy by my side, there was no way the Film Flash and little Ren Narita was gonna stop us. So pay attention, because next, you never know. Tap!
Another tap out.
Well, that'll put a wrap on this edition of New Japan Strong. We come to the end of the road to New Beginning, and the New Beginning USA Tour begins next week. Here on the broadcast, Alex, we saw J.R. Kratos dominant over Jordan Clearwater, and Bateman take the measure of Clark Connors.
Well, it was certainly too much Kratos. We saw, unfortunately, another man get sacrificed. And Clark Connors, not able to apply the Boston Crab, it was just enough Bateman.
And, of course, that tag team main event with Danny Limelight and Chris Dickinson getting victory. But a lot of fire shown by Ren Narita at the close of that match. Next week, the New Beginning Tour gets underway. And what a main event. A rematch from the Super J Cup. One-on-one. Your main event next week will be El Phantasmo, the Super J Cup tournament winner, against Lio Rush. Plus, we're 2 weeks away from the U.S. title match, the eagerly anticipated matchup between Kenta and champion Jon Moxley. That's in 2 weeks, right here on New Japan Strong. For Alex Kozlov, I'm Kevin Kelly. We'll see you at ringside next week.